a little soggy, but no, they did a great job. Learned a lot about them. Learned that they're going to fight no matter what situation they're in. But I mean, I've known that for a while about that group. But it was definitely fun to see.
Graham, sorry if you didn't ask this, but on that Vinny Anthony reverse, looked like he thought he was gone.
Oh, I thought he was gone.
Is he that dynamic in the open space?
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was going to turn the corner and go. But then they had some athletes back on their back end, so I got a little too excited. He didn't even get across the line. I threw up the touchdown.
There's a great freeze frame of him like 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Just celebrating already.
No, I mean, even a guy like Vinny, I mean, I know what he's got. He knows what he's got. He's got true, like, just track speed. So, I mean, you put him in open space against anybody, I mean, he's gonna run by him. But yeah, I got a little too amped up on that one.
How hard was it to throw the ball in these conditions?
It wasn't hard. I mean, it was just you just had to. Weather's so weird. I mean, like you think you want your hand to be dry. I mean, it's kind of the opposite. You want your hand to be wet because of like there's so many things that go into it. But I mean, it wasn't hard. But when you're in a situation like that where you have the lead, defense is playing well. I mean, you don't really need to change what you're doing. You don't need to recreate the wheel on that one. So it was a little different, but I think it was more for the receivers. It was a little bit different too, kind of having to grip a little more different gloves. So it was a little different.
I feel like today just kind of came down to you guys handled the elements of the weather.
100%. I mean, I think that's like really any game. That's kind of the point of it. But a game where the weather's like that, I mean, it's hands down. That's the most important thing. Like you got to take care of the rock, and that's where I'm proud of the guys. I mean, I think we only had one on the ground, and it was a snap, like it was a CQ, but jumped on it, got a few yards. So it was, that was definitely a big part of it. I mean, I don't know how many. I think what they have two turnovers.
Yeah,
just one.
What'd you say?
Just the one.
Oh, just one.
They had 2 fumbles too.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I think that's a big part of it for sure.
But leading up to the week, you obviously knew it was going to be a sloppy game. Did you felt like that was going to give you an advantage going in, just knowing, hey, we're Wisconsin, we can win in the trenches. That's what we're built on versus a team that likes to throw it all over the place, and that was kind of going to slow them down.
Yeah, I mean, not really. It was more of a focus on us on our end. Like, how do we take care of the elements? How do we play our game? I mean, I think that's kind of every week. Like obviously you got to know your opponent and study them. But in the end, it just comes back to your group and how you guys are going to execute. So yeah, it was a little bit different execution-wise today, but we had a great week of prep, so we were set up for success for sure.
And then how do you just kind of quantify the lift Isaac has given this offense the past couple?
Oh, he's done a great job. I mean, he's been ready for that. Like, he spent so much time making sure his body's right. And that's where I'm proud of him. I'm so excited to see that pop up on the field. I mean, that's big time. I mean, I know what he's capable of. I see it every day in practice. So for him to do that and kind of show the world it's really special.
What does that depth in the running back room do for this offense? What does it kind of allow you guys to do?
We got some horses, man. Those horses will run. No, it keeps them fresh. I mean, you go through a game like that with so many carries. It's how do you keep those guys' bodies fresh, and it's just rotating them. And they do a great job of when they need a break, they're going to take a break. So they do a great job of kind of regulating that and looking out for each other. So yeah, that depth's pretty good in there.
I'm sure as a quarterback you might have wanted to get the passing game going. I mean, just generally, but did this feel like a return to the program's identity, getting the ball going on the ground, and then the defense being dominant?
Yeah, I mean, that looked like just a Wisconsin football game for sure. But I mean, I think the one thing that we're looking forward to is with Coach Ingram and Coach Leonard is just we're at a spot now where we're capable of being dynamic in both. So I think that's what going forward. I think that's what we want to move towards is how do we stretch people out and then also just pound the rock. So it's I'd say a little bit of both.
As someone who goes against the defense when they're or against the top defense when they're at full strength, is this what you guys think the group can do when everyone's
1,000%. Yeah. I mean, they've been banged up, man. I know Herbie, Keanu, guys like Hunter. I mean, everybody's had an injury, so that bye week was really crucial for just everybody getting back, feeling healthy. We had guys like Malman, Rooch, a bunch of guys that got back, but it helped a ton. So I think whenever you have that, I mean, we had a great time into the bye week. And the guys did a great job of really attacking it and getting better, getting physically better. So it's definitely big.